Hi, you are welcome to my YouTube channel, Mr. Willis Maths Class. Today we'll be looking at word problems on percentages. Word problems are questions written in sentences, one or two sentences, so it is left for the student to extract the important details to use to solve a question. Now we have a couple of questions on the board that we are going to solve together so that we can learn how to handle word problems on percentages. The first question says that find 20% of 500. Now what is 20%? 20% is 20 over 100. We are looking for 20% of 500. Of in mathematics means times, or multiplication. You write your times, then 500. So this is 20%. 20% of 500. 20% of 500. The next thing is that we break it down. 0 will cancel 0. 0 will cancel 0. Then we are left with 20 and 5. 20 times 5, that is 100. Our answer is 100. So 20% of 500 is 100. Now let's move on to the second question. The second question says that a test has 20 questions. If Peter gets 80%, how many questions did Peter miss? In order to get the number of questions Peter missed, one, we need the number of questions, the total number of questions Peter answered, and the number of questions Peter got. Then we subtract it from each other. By the time we do the subtraction, we should be able to add the number of questions Peter missed. And if you look at the question, the total number of questions answered by Peter, number of questions, that is the total number of questions attempted by Peter, was 20. Now, to get the total number of questions got by Peter, number of questions got by Peter, that's 80% of total question. That will be 80 over 100 times 20. 80 over 100 times 20. 80% of 20, that's the total number of questions got by Peter. 0 will cancel 0. 0 will cancel 0. 8 times 2, that's 16. So Peter got 16 questions out of 20. Now to get the number of questions missed by Peter, that will be number of question missed will be total number of questions attempted by Peter, total number of questions minus question got by Peter. Number of questions got by Peter. Now if you look at the board, we are having the total number of questions attempted by Peter was 20, and we have the solution for the number of questions got by Peter, that's 16. So 20 minus 16, that's 4. Peter missed 4 questions. How do we solve our 4? We have our number of questions. We subtracted the number of questions got by Peter. We subtracted from the total number of questions attempted by Peter. 20 minus 16, we have 4. Now let's move on to the third question. The third question says that in a class of 30 children, 80% can swim. How many children can swim? That is 80% of the class can swim. Our question is to look for 80%, which is 80 over 100 of 30. That's it, 8 over 100 times 30. You break it down. 0 will cancel 0. 0 will cancel 0. 8 times 3, that's 24. 24 children can't swim. 24 children can't swim. 80% of 30 is 24. 80% of 30 is 24. Let's move on to the last question for today's class. Question 4 says, Richard scored 75% in a spelling test with 40 questions. How many did he get right? To have the number of questions that Peter got right, we have to solve for 75% of 40. Now 75% is what? That's 75 over 100 times 40 over 1. We can break this down. 25 in 75, that's 3. 25 in 100, that's 4. Now 4 can go in 40. 4 in 40, that will be 10. 3 times 10, that's 30. So Peter got 20 questions right out of 40. Peter got 30 questions right out of 40. Now we finally arrive at the end of today's class. If you are here to subscribe to this channel, kindly click the subscribe button, and if you are here to like the video, you can simply do that. Thank you so much.